The horses are now entering the track for today's first race. It's for Ontario sired maidens, 3-year-olds and upward, running for a purse of $12,000. Number 1 is Caraway's Jenny Lane, owned by the partnership of Wayne Carroll Proctor, trained by Wayne Proctor, and ridden today by jockey Miguel Nichols. Number 2 is I'm a Quick Corona, owned by James Bogar, trained by Barry Wood, Tony Phillips in the saddle. Number 3 is Blazin' Magician, owned by Milena Fitchin, trained by Jason Pasco, and ridden by Ismael Mosquera. Number 4 is Daniel Stevenson's Ruby Jess, the jockey Norman D'Souza. And completing the field, number 5 is Six Fast Chicks, owned by and trained by Peggy Byrne, and ridden today by jockey Cassandra Jeske. That is your field for the first race, going a distance of 220 yards. 2 minutes till post time. Race 1 is race A of the early pick 3. All the horses are now approaching the starting gates. All the horses have now reached the starting point. It's post time. Number 1, Caraway's Jenny Lane, ridden by jockey Miguel Nichols, making his race riding debut here at AjaxDowns. Miguel Nichols, cousin of thoroughbred rider from Woodbine, Cavey Nichols. Caraway's Jenny Lane, the lone 4-year-old in the field, is in. Number 2 is I'm a Quick Corona, one of 2 first-time starters. Acting up in the gate, Caraway's Jenny Lane. I'm a Quick Corona is in. The 3 to 5, 1 to 2 heavy choice number 3 Blazing Magician is in. The other first time starter Ruby Jess, and the last one in number 5 6 Fast Chicks. They're at the post, and they're off. Blazing Magician broke clearly a length advantage. Towards his inside as I'm a Quick Corona. Along the fences, Caraway's Jenny Lane. But this one's all over. Blazing Magician is a maiden no more, winning it by 3 open lengths. I'm a Quick Corona was second, and Ruby Jess completes the triactor. Race 1 numbers unofficial, 3-2-4. The unofficial winner of the first race was number 3, Blazing Magician. Second was number 2, I'm a Quick Corona. Third, number 4, Ruby Jess. And fourth, number 1, Caraway's Jenny Lane. The results of the first race are now official. The winner is number 3, Blazin' Magician, 3-year-old black gelding by Maryland Magic and I've Got a Blazin' Body by Chicks A Blazin'. Both bred and owned by Milena Fitchin, Blazin' Magician is trained by Jason Pasco and ridden by jockey Ismael Mosquera. Blazin' Magician winning the distance with a time of 12.216 seconds, carrying a speed index of 85. Second, number 2, I'm a Quick Corona, and third, number 4, Ruby Jess. Rechecking from top to bottom, order of finish in your program should read 42135. Those are the total results of the first race. In this upcoming second race, we have the following overweights. Number 2, Hanover Hill Linda, 3 pounds over. Number 4, Azier's Royalty, 2 pounds over. And number 5, Hanover Hill Viola, 5 pounds over. Race 2 is Race A of this afternoon's Pick 5, which carries a mandatory payout, no carryover on today's Pick 5 wager.
Well, congratulations to owner and breeder Milena Fitchin. She was here taking pictures of her boy there. Blazin' Magician, the favorite players were pretty happy. 1-9 he went off at, and he finally won his maiden. The second winner for his sire, Maryland Magic, who, of course, you won on last week. So it's a fun story. His dad's running, and now Blazin' Magician is a winner. Ismael Mosquera, the winning rider. Ismael, tell me about this horse. He ran quite a few times last year. Now, you only rode him one time, but he had a lot of chances. When you rode him, did you think that he was a horse that had, considerable ability?
For sure. All these horses that come from Maryland, they come to have good brain and good attitude on racing. So it was just a matter of time. He was facing open company trials and futurity and stuff. So it came a little bit tougher for him, but he went more mature. Now we raced him a couple of weeks ago, and it goes to show, now we can move forward with him.
Now, the first race of any racing card, even this horse's first race of the year, it looked like he was not that sharp out of the gate, or was he?
He was focused. He was, yeah, for sure. He was just ready, waiting for them to leave and open, and yeah, like we didn't leave too sharp. It was not too big a deal. We finished and closed sharp, so that was nice.
Well, very good. Good start to the day for you, Ismael, and to trainer Jason Pasco and owner Milena Fitchin, who bred this Ontario sired fellow, Blazin' Magician. We'll see you for race 2, the first leg of the Pick 5. Well, we're coming up to the second race here at Ajax Downs. I have a special guest before we get to the horse in this race. Joining me, Peter Gross, who is, as Nick was saying earlier, probably the most passionate racing fan, better, does a million jobs, running around all the time, and also likes to do, 100 push-ups a day?
I do 100 push-ups a day, yes.
I can even do one, but anyways, okay.
Collect $200, I'll do 100 right now.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. But Peter gives Ajax Downs a lot of coverage on Down the Stretch newspaper, which you've had for how long now?
I think we're in our 15th year.
That's amazing that your newspaper has done that well for that many years. I mean, in a business, horse racing and newspaper/magazines, not exactly, the easiest gigs.
No, the print is dying, and it's a struggle every month just to get it out.
Yeah, for sure. And you have a podcast now that's in its second year?
We're in the third year. I'm working on podcast 122, so every week for 122 weeks we've done it.
And that podcast, like the paper, covers all three breeds of horses here in Ontario, standardbred, quarter horse, and thoroughbred. You have guests on, you have fun stuff, everything under the sun. And that's on Mondays, the podcast, and it's on Spotify and other platforms.
And very often I have the author of Run with a Mighty Heart, Jennifer Morrison. She comes on from time to time.
That's because I pay you to come on.
I'll take it.
No. Well, Peter is going to help me handicap the second race here. It's the first leg of our new Pick 5 wager. All you have to do is pick 5 winners in a row. Okay, it might sound hard, but you only need 20 cents. You can pick one horse in every race and cost you 20 cents, and maybe you get it. Or you can use every horse in every race. I don't know.
That would get more expensive.
That would get more expensive for sure. Well, who did you like in here, Peter?
Well, we just saw Ismael Mascaro win the first race on a son of Maryland Magic, and he's back again. This is a filly. This is a daughter of Maryland Magic, owned by Milena Quitchen, trained by Jason Pascoe. So the same 4 elements, the same stallion, the same owner, the same jockey, the same trainer. So it's kind of logical. And I noticed that the double was paying 9 and change, which isn't a lot for a double, but the first horse paid $230.
I know, we were looking at that. The doubles are paying huge off of that big favorite that won the first race.
And you often see this at Woodbine a lot, and you see it at a lot of racetracks. The jockey that wins the first race wins the second because he's got that winning vibe that he transmits to the horse.
Okay, well, that's a good handicapping angle. So you're picking SW Snow Magically Cool, the filly, on top.
I think that's what I will do, yes.
Is there anybody else that you like in this race?
Well, I see that the 2-horse Hanover Hill Linda has some speed, and it's only 250 yards. Brian Bell, of course, is a veteran jockey, so box the 2 and the 3, but everyone's going to do that. Box the 2 and the 3 and get back $7 on your exactor.
Yeah, if you box it for, more than $1, that would be okay. I like Hanover Hill Linda. I like the fact that she won first time out last year. I'm always interested in horses that run well fresh. I find that it's a good pattern. Horses that, tend to run well early in the season, then they get tired as the season goes on. She had a great workout May 8th, I thought, working in company, second fastest at 29. So, yeah, I'm on board with there. What do you think of the one horse, Summer's Grace?
Only had 3 races, but I see that Cassandra Jeske, who's the jockey, won with it previously, so that's an angle.
Yep, that's another angle. And we have another horse, Azure's Royalty, the only horse in the race that's run this year. He ran opening day.
That might help it out. What I don't like very much about that is that it doesn't seem to get to the lead very often in its races. And I think getting out quickly, like the winner of the first race, got out quickly and won by 2 lengths. I think that's what you're looking for here.
And we really appreciate you coming out, Peter. I just wanted to say thank you for all the coverage you give us. I know you love horse racing of all breeds, but you do spend a lot of time here and giving us coverage.
I'd have to say, if anyone who has never been to Ajax Downs, if you come here and you stand by the rail, when those horses come down the stretch, it's unlike any other type of horse racing.
Yep, there's no question about that. The jockeys screaming, they're almost as loud as I am.
That's hard to do, but you may be correct.
Okay, you're done now. Okay, well, good luck with your bets in race 2. We got the post parade coming up, and Nick and I are going to check out the horses in the run-up to the start.
The horses are now entering the track for today's second race, an allowance for Ontario sired 3-year-olds and upward, non-winners of 2 races lifetime, running for a purse of $13,000. Number 1, Summer's Grace, owned and trained by Chantal Bourgeois and ridden by Cassandra Jeske. Number 2 is the Peikoff Cattle Company's Hanover Hill Linda, trained by Joe Tavares and ridden today by jockey Brian Bell. Number 3 is SW Snow Magically Cool, owned by Milena Fitchin, trained by Jason Pasco, Ismail Mosquera aboard. Number 4 is Azur's Royalty, owned by the partnership of Craig and Lauren Spada, trained by Craig Spada, and ridden by Helen Vanek. And number 5 is the Peikoff Cattle Company's Hanover Hill Viola, trained by Joe Tavares, and ridden today by jockey Ed Walton. That is your field for the second race, going a distance of 250 yards. 3 minutes till post time. Race 2 is Race A of this afternoon's Pick 5.
Race number 2 coming up in 2 minutes. Just finished our post-parade, Jen. Anything that you saw out there that may have given you some indication on who's ready to rock and roll today?
Well, I know Ed Walton is ready to rock and roll.
My man, Eddie.
I mean, we have to welcome him back because he missed most of last year. I think he only rode 16 races, and unfortunately he had to miss the year. So it's nice to see Ed back in the saddle, and he's on the 5. Hanover Hill Viola. But as far as appearances and horses that I like in here, I thought the 4-horse, there he is there, Azur's Royalty, really looks good. Now, he did look good last week when he ran. I still think he wants a bit more distance, but he makes a super appearance, very much on his toes. And the horse that I picked, the 2-horse, the filly Hanover Hill Linda, very compact gal, and she looked fit and focused.
Race number 2, of course, is the start of our Pick 5 today. Races 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 coming up this afternoon. This is a tough race. I mean, I think if I was playing a Pick 5, which I didn't, by the way, and shame on me, I probably would have taken a spread in here because, you know, I did go with the 4, you went with the 2, but really, anyone can win this race. You wouldn't be shocked. So if you're taking a Pick 5 ticket, which is almost post time, better get it in. So we better stop talking. I would take a spread. We'll see you after race number 2.
All the horses are now approaching the starting gates. We have a wide open board in this upcoming second race from 8 to 5 to 7 to 2. Anyone playing the pick 5 would consider pressing the all button in this opening leg. Late money going on the number 1 horse, Summer's Grace, as she enters the starting gates as the post-time favorite at 4 to 5. Number 2 is Hanover Hill Linda, one of 2 in this field for the Peikoff Cattle Company and Joe Tavares. Brian Bell is aboard. Number 3 is SW Snow Magically Cool, the lone 3-year-old in the field, trying to give Milena Fitchin and Jason Pasco and Ismail Mosquera both ends of today's daily double. 4 is Azur's Royalty, and 5, Hanover Hill Viola. They're at the post, and they're off. Hanover Hill Linda out quickly. To her inside is Summer's Grace. Third early, SW Snow Magically Cool and Summer's Grace. Here comes SW Snow Magically Cool in the center. Who's it going to be? Picture time. We've got a photo to win with SW Snow Magically Cool in the center. Summer's Grace along the inside, and Hanover Hill Linda finished third. We have a photo to win in the second race between number 3, SW Snow Magically Cool, and number 1, Summer's Grace. And in the photograph, it was number 3, SW Snow Magically Cool, getting the victory with Summer's Grace second. Third was number 2, Hanover Hill Linda, and fourth, number 4, Azur's Royalty. The results of the second race are now official. The winner is number 3, SW Snow Magically Cool, 3-year-old Gray Filly by Maryland Magic out of Barbie Cool by the Thoroughbred Snowbound. Foaled in Oklahoma by Sherry Wingfield. SW Snow Magically Cool is owned by Milena Fitchin, trained by Jason Pasco, and ridden to victory by jockey Ismael Mosquero. That's the daily double for the trio, Milena Fitchin, Jason Pasco, and Ismael Mosquera. Is SW Snow Magically Cool winning the distance with a time of 13.433 seconds, carrying a speed index of 89. Rechecking from top to bottom, order of finish in your program should read 23145. Those are the total results of the second race. In this upcoming third race, we have the 1 overweight. The number 5 horse, My Khaleesi, will be 3 pounds over. Race 3 is race A of this afternoon's Pick 4.
I guess it's Ismael Mascara Day today here. My man and Jason Pasco have won the daily double. Let's see if they can continue with their winning ways. This time Ismael is riding for Peggy Byrne. This is a horse from Sunland Park. 1-9. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try to beat this horse all day at 1-9.
Well, we'll see if she stays at 1-9. Yeah, this filly comes in from Sunland, as he said, with very high speed indexes, 86 and 84 from her last two starts. She's been third or fourth or fifth in almost all of her races. She really looks the part here. She's got a little star marking. It's like I guess it's some sort of tattoo on her butt there. So she's like a star. But anyway, she looks very good, very calm. A couple of the other first-time starters are a little more keyed up. But, yeah, she looks the part for sure. So you have to include the one-horse Fury.com in your pick four.
Okay, speaking of pick fours, I do have a pick four ticket. I don't know if the boys and girls upstairs can put it on the screen. I did play one for $18 today, and I used two horses in this race. I used the one horse and the two horse, Fury.com, and Juicy, now that I got the name right. In leg number 2, the fourth race, I used the 2, 3, and 6. I keyed Senior Pagrana today, the one horse in race number 5, and I ended up with 3 horses in the last race, the 1, 3, and 6. So there's my $18 ticket. I know you saw things a little differently than I, Jen, especially in race number 6. I used 3 horses. It's a 6-horse race. You used 3 different horses, right?
I did, but I like your picks in here. Though taking a look at the horses in this race here, the first leg, like I said, the one horse makes a good appearance. The 2, another newcomer to the circuit, is in from Lone Star. And the Scott Reed barn, of course, 2 for 2 to start the meeting. This gelding looks pretty good. The 4 horse, Heart of the Sun, a first-time starter by Kiss My Hawks, who is a very leading top stallion in the United States. This is a very stocky, handsome gelding, looking a little keyed up, but not too bad. The 3-horse SW Tempest, she's pretty much on her toes, but I'm very interested in Heart of the Sun. I thought very good appearance here. We have to see how they handle themselves coming out onto the track, these first-time starters. In fact, all of them are new to AjaxDowns, so we'll have to take a close look.
We sure will. How about the 5-horse? I can't even say
Khaleesi.
this. Khaleesi.
Didn't you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Okay.
No, if I can't bet on it, I don't watch it. I guess, can you bet on Game of Thrones?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not watching it. I only watch sports. I'm into this sort of like in-game sports betting now because I'm a degen sometimes. So anyways, 9 minutes to post race number 3. I just want to remind everyone, hopefully we're back this Sunday for Fan Appreciation Day. Just double check with us. We are a little bit short on horse supply, so we're kind of hoping we can make that card go on Sunday. I think we can. I don't want to be pessimistic. And the other thing I do want to mention is the Wannabet packs are back this year. We did sell out today. They are sold in limited quantities. You get 2 betting packages with different bets on them, A or B. $14.50 worth of stuff for only $10. That, of course, includes a free program and $12 worth of bets. So check out our Wannabet booth every race day for your betting packages. That's it for race number 3. We'll see you after the race. Good luck with your wagering.
The horses are now on the track for today's third race. It's for maiden 3-year-olds and upward, running for a purse of $10,000. Number 1, Fury.com, owned by Mark Ryu, trained by Peggy Byrne, and ridden by jockey Ismael Mosquera. Number 2 is Juice, owned by John Wilson, trained by Scott Reed, the mount to Carly Furlonger. Number 3 is Chantal Bourgeois' SW The Tempest, the rider Cassandra Jeske. Number 4 is Heart of the Sun, owned by James Bogar, trained by Barry Wood, and ridden by Tony Phillips. And number 5 is My Khaleesi, owned by Emily Obu, trained by Jason Pascoe. The mount goes to Brian Bell. That is your field for the third race, going a distance of 250 yards. Just 2 minutes till post time. Race 3 is race A of this afternoon's Pick 4.
Everybody on site here, I hope you have visited our merchandise booth because there's all kinds of new stuff here, including young Ben. Hello, Ben. And look at all this stuff. We got hoodies, t-shirts for $10, all kinds of goodies here. Make sure you get all your Ajax outfits. Lots of good stuff here. I want to selfishly mention that my book, Run with a Mighty Heart, is also on sale here. This is the story of Mighty Heart that won the Queen's Plate 2 years ago at Woodbine. He has one eye, and it's a nice, uplifting story. You can get a copy right here. So come on down to the merchandise booth before you make your bets, after you make your bets, and get some of the neat stuff here.
All the horses are now approaching the starting gates. This race is for maidens, 3-year-olds and upward, and all 5 horses are making their AjaxDowns debut with 2 first-time starters. 4 of the 5 are all American bred, and the lone Ontario bred is number 4, Heart of the Sun. Currently on the board, we have the number 1 horse, Fury.com, the heavy choice at 3-5 to give Ismael Mosquera the natural hat trick with 3 consecutive victories. Fury.com, the lone 4-year-old in this field. Second choice, number 2, Juice, riding for the hot connections of Carly Furlonger and Scott Reed. who went 2 for 2 on opening day and will try and remain undefeated with their third starter, Juice, in the 2 stall. Number 3 is SW the Tempest, making her lifetime debut. Number 4 is Heart of the Sun, making his lifetime debut. And number 5, My Khaleesi, trying to give Jason Pascoe the natural hat trick. They're at the post, and they're off. Hung up at the start was SW the Tempest. Out quickest Fury.com, and Juice right at its flank. From the outside is My Khaleesi, but it's a 2-horse battle. Fury.com on the inside, Juice on the outside. Who's it going to be? Fury.com wins it. Juice was second, and Heart of the Sun completes the triactor. Race 3 numbers unofficial, 1, 2, 4. We have a photo to win in the third race between number 1, Fury.com, and number 2, Juice. Third was number 4, Heart of the Sun, and fourth, number 5, My Khaleesi. And in the win photograph by a head, it was number 1, Fury.com, getting the victory over number 2, Juice. The results of the third race are now official. The winner is number 1, Fury.com, 4-year-old Baymare by Fury of the Wind out of Dashin.com by Mr. Jess Perry. Foaled in Louisiana by Copper Spring Ranch. Fury.com is owned by Mark Ryu, trained by Peggy Byrne, and ridden to victory by jockey Ismail Mosquera. That's 3 in a row for Ismail Mosquera. Congratulations to owner Mark Ryu and trainer Peggy Byrne on the first win of the 2022 season. Second was number 2, Juice, and third, number 4, Heart of the Sun. Rechecking from top to bottom, order of finish in your program should read 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. Those are the total results of the third race. In this upcoming fourth race, the number 5 horse, Papi Chulo, jockey Miguel Nichols, will be riding with no whip. Also overweight on number 5, Papi Chulo, is 5 pounds over. Number 7, This Chick's Cold as Ice, also an overweight of 3 pounds. Race 4 is Race A of the late pick 3, and note there is superfecta wagering available on this afternoon's fourth race.
Well, that was a furious finish, and the winner was Fury.com, owned by Mark Ryu. I hope I'm getting that right, Mark. Trainer Peggy Byrne, and, well, Ismail Mosquera, 3 wins in a row, the natural hat trick. And I tell you, when Peggy Byrne wins a race, you better have your earplugs with you, because it's absolutely the most joyous occasion. She's got friends, family, and that was an exciting finish. Peggy, congratulations. I'm going to start first with Ismail. Ismail, have you been on this filly, or what did you know about her?
Well, I just met her in the paddock, but it was very nice, the input that Peggy did give me in the paddock, so that helped me to bring her home as a winner.
And how did she do from the rail and the new surroundings and all that?
She is so pro. Like, she had no problem handling the track, leaving the gates, standing there, waiting patiently, spraying out of there nicely, and fought to the wire. So that was very nice effort.
And 3 in a row for you.
Well, that's luck.
I don't know about that, but okay. Well, thank you, Ismail. Well done. Peggy, this is very exciting, obviously. Tell me, where did Fury.com come from? Easy for me to say. Yes, well, New Mexico, but who claimed the horse? Yourself?
No, Mark and Val claimed her, brought her here to race here, and there she is.
And do you know them from previous?
No. Somebody referred them to me, and there she is.
And so how long have you had her in your care?
A month, almost.
And what was she like? Obviously, she's a winner. Is she a nice horse?
She's very sweet, very sweet. Much a lady.
And did you think she had won the race?
Obviously.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. My head's still ringing.
I said to Val and Mark, not if, when. Then we go.
Well, what a way to start the season, and congratulations. Is this your first horse?
Yeah, ma'am.
Your first horse. What made you buy a quarter horse in New Mexico?
We used to be in the barrel racing, but now we start in the racetrack. So it's her first horse.
Well, that's great. Well, I hope you get another 20 horses, because we're going to need them here. Congratulations, everybody. That was a great win. Well done. We're coming up to race 3, 4.
Okay.
Race number 4 is the speed index race. These are 3-year-olds and up with a speed index of 70 and under, 220 yards of distance in here. And this is a really nice board for betting. I mean, the favorite's a lukewarm 5-2. Who's hot now?
Yeah, and so far, every horse coming into the walking ring here, Nick, has really looked good. I got to commend the horse people. The horses look amazing. And yeah, the Who's Hot Now probably is going to get my pick of the paddock here. I know we're doing a run up to the race, but she looks very focused and very well turned out. There she is. I like the fact that she ran well on her season opener last year. She probably wants a little bit more distance than 220 yards, but I like her chances here, and 5-2 is a real nice price on her.
Yeah. I know one of the horses you like in here, and you showed a replay on the pregame show, the 4-horse, Don't Give Me Lip, Josh Scott, Bryn Robertson.
Yeah, well, it's not a problem to see maidens at this category, as you know, Nick. This is one of the lower, I think this is the lowest category for speed index. So I don't mind placing a wager on a maiden in here because maidens do win at this class level. I mean, I think the 2-horse is taking a bit of an edge in the field, but the 4-horse, Don't Give Me Lip, I showed her replay from her third and final start as a 2-year-old last year, and I thought it was just an excellent run. She was sort of pushed out or pushed inwards towards the railing. She lost a bit of momentum, closed really well, just missed to Leaving You Shoes, who races in the next event, and then she galloped out really strongly. So I like the way that she ran that day. I liked the workout she had April 24th. It was a good clocking in company with a good stablemate. So I'm giving the 4-horse a real long look here.
Okay, the 6-horse, Chiseled Man, Tony Phillips riding for owner-trainer Rick Kennedy. This is a horse who is a winner. This 4-year-old horse did win back on September the 1st of last year. Has been running very consistently. I guess the question is, the 220, is it too short?
Yeah, I mean, he ran well in his career debut last July. That was 250 yards. He does have closing power. He won going 250. His final start of last year, 250, he was closing well. My notations is he has to hurry. I mean, he had a good workout time. I guess it's just a matter of him getting a sharp enough start and being able to run down the quicker ones from the gate to his inside. But he's one that I would certainly consider for the trifecta.
You know, I have to mention the 7-horse. He's taking... she's taking a lot of action right now on the board from 15-1. You know, I love this name. This chick's cold as ice. I mean, I just love the name. There's been a few chicks in my life who've been cold as ice.
Well, she's actually a black filly. You don't see many of those horses. This is Jason Pascoe, already with a couple of winners. A maiden filly, but she ran 4th or 3rd in all of her races last year but one. Showing some ability. You know, I'm going to watch her once here. Sometimes horses coming off a layoff or first-time starters from the outside post tend to break towards the outside. I'm laughing because that great group that won the last race, their first horse, they're over at the libations area screaming.
Oh, okay. If you're alive in the pick 5, good luck. If you're alive in the pick 4, good luck. And if you're not alive in either one, guess what? The start of the late pick 3 on today's card. There's always action here at Ajax Downs. Good luck with your wagering.
by Debbie Slater, trained by Sean Slater, and ridden by jockey Norman D'Souza. Number 2 is Who's Hot Now, owned by the partnership of Marie Broadstock and Josie Payma, trained by Bob Broadstock, and ridden by jockey Ramiro Sanchez Castillo. Number 3 is Shifting Tides, owned by the partnership of Scott Reed and John Wilson, trained by Scott Reed, and ridden by Carly Furlonger. Number 4 is Don't Give Me Lip, owned by the partnership of Carol and J.B. Robertson, trained by Bryn Robertson, the jockey Josh Scott. Number 5 is Papi Chulo, owned by Brooke Sisson, trained by Sean Slater, and ridden by jockey Miguel Nichols. Number 6 is Richard Kennedy's Chiseled Man, the mount to Tony Phillips. And number 7 is the GFR Equine Services This Chick's Cold as Ice, trained by Jason Pasco, the mount to Brian Bell. That is your field for the 4th race, going a distance of 220 yards. 2 minutes till post time. Race 4 is race A of this afternoon's late pick 3.
Race number 4 coming up in 2 minutes. The start of the late pick 3. We have exactor, triactor, and superfecta wagering in this race. You know, the board really hasn't changed too much. I mean, the 2-horse has been the favorite from the get-go. Now 7-5. Who's Hot Now? Jennifer, you like the way this mare looked coming into the paddock. How did she look going out of the paddock?
Oh, yeah, she looked great, Nick. She's a very classy filly, and I think she's taking a bit of an edge on this field, at least at this point in the season. None of these have raced this year, as far as I can remember, but she's, running stakes races, so she looks very good. I still think 8-5 is a pretty good price. A horse that really stood out to me was the 4, actually the horse that I showed the replay of. Don't Give Me Lip. She looks like she's gained a lot of weight, powerful filly, and very focused.
Okay, I guess the question mark here is, and you are correct, none of these horses have run in 2022. I guess the question is really the distance in here, the 220. You need a good break in here. The inside horses have been running well all meet so far. It's been short. We've only had 8 races all meet, but the inside has been good. I haven't seen a lot of horses from the outside, so we'll see how good Who's Hot Now can break from the gate with Ramiro Sanchez Castillo, and it looks like Ismael Mascara has won the first 3 races today. Let's see if someone can take over that reign. There's a minute to post. Good luck with your wagering in race number 4.
All the horses are now approaching the starting gates. It's post time, and they're entering the gates in the 4th race. Number 1, Corona is the first one in. 1 of 2 in this field for trainer Sean Slater. Number 5, Papi Chulo is in. That's the other Sean Slater trained. Number 3 is Shifting Tides. Number 6, Chiseled Man. Rick Kennedy sending out his first at the meet. Number 4 is Don't Give Me Lip. 7 is This Chick's Cold as Ice, and the last one in, the 6-5 choice, Who's Hot Now? They're at the post. And they're off. Who's hot now? Out quickest to the inside. Along the rail is Awana Corona. In the center, Don't Give Me Lift. From the outside is This Chick's Cold as Ice. Who's hot now is the one to call her. They're coming down to the payoff. Picture time. 3 horses involved in a win photo. From the extreme outside, This Chick's as Cold as Ice. In the center, Don't Give Me Lip. And along the inside, Who's hot now? In the photograph, the unofficial winner of the 4th race was number 7, This Chick's Cold as Ice. Second was number 4, Don't Give Me Lip. Third, number 2, Who's Hot Now. And fourth, number 1, Awana Corona. The results of the fourth race are now official. The winner is number 7, This Chick's As Cold as Ice, 3-year-old Black Filly by Cold Hard Dash out of El Moro Grande by Separatist. Foaled in Oklahoma by the GFR Equine Services, also owned by GFR Equine Services, trained by Jason Pasco, his third winner of the afternoon, and ridden to victory by jockey Brian Bell. This Chick's As Cold as Ice, winning the distance with a time of 12.367 seconds, carrying a speed index of 78. Rechecking from top to bottom, order of finish in your program should read 436-2751. Those are the total results of the fourth race. In this upcoming fifth race, the rider of number 4, Caraway's Jet Moon, Miguel Nichols, will be riding with no whip. Also, the overweight on number 4 is 5 pounds over. Also overweight number 5, Leaving You Shoes, 2 pounds over. Race 5 is the first half of today's late daily double.
Well, Nick likes the name, and owner Sharon Pasco likes her little filly. This Chick's Cold as Ice has won her maiden in the Speed Index event. Jason Pasco with his third winner today. Yes, Sharon is Jason's mother. And Brian Bell, his first win of the season. Only had 3 mounts on opening day because we only had 5 races. But congratulations, Brian. I overlooked this filly, 9-1 on the board. She had run, picked up a lot of checks last year as a 2-year-old, though. Did you know much about her? I know you rode her a couple of times. What was the difference this year?
Well, I broke her as a 2-year-old last year, and she would try every single time, but yet she was a knee-high to a grasshopper, being this little big, and tried every single time, but just couldn't compete with the bigger horses, the bigger stride. But she would give you 110% every time. And then this year we started her off. I'm like, Jason, I think she's a little bit of a rocket ship this year. I don't know how much she grew, but her chest and her ass ended up getting pretty big, so what can I say?
Wow, that's good. Well, she did actually look, she's small, there's no question. They call her Peanut. But she did look quite feisty here in the winner's circle and looking like she wanted more.
Oh, yeah, well, she acts like a 17-hand horse all the time. That's what I love about her. And like I said, she really good gate horse, and she can break a set of gates now coming out. And she did that. She bellied down, and she just kept on motoring as much as she could.
Wow, well, that was a good win for her. Not against maidens, against a pretty good field there. So congratulations to you, Brian, for your work with her.
Oh, thank you very much.
And congratulations to Sharon and Jason Pasco. Jason, with your third win of the day, we have race 5 coming up.
You know, Jen, just before we talk about race number 5, I have to mention to you, this is why I love quarter horse racing. That last race, what a great race. That 7-horse came flying on the outside just to nail Don't Give Me Lip. What a fantastic race.
It was an exciting race, and owner slash breeder Sharon Pascoe, with Jason Pascoe is her son, very excited to give her another chance this year. She's very small, but she obviously has that winning attitude, and you should have seen her in the winner's circle. She didn't really want to slow down and stand still for the photo.
Okay, this is race number 5 coming up in about 10 minutes, 11 minutes. My best bet of the day, Senior Pagrama, is a big price. That source is 6-1 right now. Stop the betting. I want fixed odd wagering. I'll take 6-1. I'll take the action on this. I love this horse.
Yeah, he's behaving well. He was a project for Bob Brosdock 2020 going into last year, and what a great season he had. 2 wins and 4 second-place finishes in 8 starts, including that 4th-place finish in the Ontario Sires Derby in his final outing. I said before, I think the race is a little short for him. Then again, I thought Who's Hot Now was, a certain winner halfway through the last race, and for Bob Broadstock, and she got caught. So the closers are not having any trouble at all today, so he's worth a look, especially at 9-1. I'm sure he won't stay at those odds, but that's a nice price.
I tell you, the odds in this race have really gone all over the place. Jumpin' Bojangles opened up as the early favorite. I guess a lot of the Peggy Byrne money was just parlayed, and now Down in Carolina has taken all the money. They're betting everyone in here.
Well, Down in Carolina is also from the French Connection, as it were. Emily Obu, who's also in the French Connection, actually with Jumpin' Bojangles, Nadia Marcoux, and then the Peggy Byrne team of Marc Rioux, who won earlier today. So, they're probably just going to pound this Down in Carolina, I guess. But look at the horse won 3 of 11 starts last year. What a model of consistency he was. Him and Ismail Mascara get along so well, and Ismail obviously holding the hot hand today with 3 consecutive winners.
I love when you talk to me in French. That French accent is great. It's almost as good as your Howard Cosell accent that you gave me this afternoon, so that was kind of cool, too.
Now you're telling people how old I am.
I know. Half the people don't know who Howard Cosell is, but you and I certainly do. He was one of the greatest of all times. Let's talk about the 5-horse, because you did, on the pregame show, you showed a replay, Leaving Your Shoes.
Yes, and he's 9-1 as well. Right now, only 2 horses are getting bet, but I expect him to go down. He raced last week, opening day, so right away he's got a bit of a fitness edge on some of these. I showed the replay. He kind of got sideswiped a bit by the eventual winner of that race, Princess Leia, who was taking a huge edge on that field that day. So he's moving a little bit up in class, obviously. He's running against multiple winners here, but I like the fact that he's very quick, and Craig Spada, second time off a long layoff in the last 2 years, 45% winners, and that's from 11 starters. So if that horse stays at 9-1, boy, I think that's a great odds, but he's my best bet.
Okay, there's Win, Place, Show, Daily Double, Exacta, and Trifecta wagering coming up in 8 minutes on race number 5. Late Daily Double, I just mentioned that again. That's maybe the best bet on the card today. Good luck with your wagering in race number 5.
With an average speed index of 80 and under, running for a purse of $9,000. Number 1 is Husty Sport Incorporated Senor Pagrana, trained by Bob Broadstock and ridden today by jockey Ramiro Sanchez Castillo. Number 2 is Down in Carolina, owned by Amelie Obu, trained by Jason Pasco, Ismail Mosquera in the irons. Number 3 is Jumpin' Bojangles, owned by the partnership of Nadia Marcoux and Robin Brownhill, trained by Peggy Byrne, and ridden by Cassandra Jeske. Number 4 is Caraway's Jet Moon, owned by the partnership of Wayne and Carol Proctor, trained by Wayne Proctor, and ridden by Miguel Nichols. And number 5 is Craig Spada's Leaving You Shoes, the mount to Helen Vanek. That is your field for the 5th race, going a distance of 250 yards. 2 minutes till post time. Race 5 is the first half of the late daily double. Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder that live racing resumes here at AjaxDowns this coming Sunday, the holiday Victoria Day weekend. Note the first race post time is at 12:55. The horses are now approaching the starting gates. All the horses have now reached the starting point. It's post time. First one entering the gates is the number 2 horse, Down in Carolina, trying to give jockey Ismael Mosquera and trainer Jason Pasco their 4th win of the afternoon. Number 3 is Jumpin' Bojangles, trying to give trainer Peggy Byrne her 2nd winner on the card. Number 4 is Caraway's Jet Moon, Miguel Nichols aboard. Number 5 is Leaving You Shoes, and from the inside stall, the even money choice, number 1, Senor Pagrana, now down to 4-5. They're at the post. And they're off. Down in Carolina. To his inside is Senior Pagrana, and away best in the center is Jumpin' Bojangles. It's those 3 along the rail. Senior Pagrana in the center is Jumpin' Bojangles. Late close from Leaving You Shoes, but Jumpin' Bojangles is going to win it. We're going to call it a place photo with Leaving You Shoes on the outside and Senior Pagrana from the inside. In the photograph, the unofficial winner of the 5th race was number 3, Jumpin' Bojangles. Second was number 5, Leaving You Shoes. Third, number 1, Senor Pagrana. And 4th, number 2, Down in Carolina. The results of the fifth race are now official. The winner is number 3, Jumpin' Bojangles, 5-year-old bay mare by Feature Mr. Bojangles out of Jumping Guitar by Tack It Like a Man. Foaled in Oklahoma by Nadia Marcoux, also owned by the partnership of Nadia Marcoux and Robin Brownhill, trained by Peggy Byrne, her second win of the afternoon, and ridden to victory by jockey Cassandra Jeske. Jumpin' Bojangles winning the distance with a time of 13.559 seconds, carrying a speed index of 84. Rechecking from top to bottom, order finished in your program should read 34152. Those are your total results of the fifth race. In the sixth and final race of the afternoon, we have the following overweights. Number 4, Jessa Prima Donna, 2 pounds over, and number 6, Hanover Hill Teresa, 3 pounds over. Race 6 offers win, place, show, exactor, triactor wagering, and superfecta wagering.
Well, I'm back in the winner's circle here with Peggy Byrne, another winner. This time, Jumpin' Bojangles winning her season debut for owners Nadia Marcoux and Robin Brownhill. And Nadia bred this horse in Oklahoma. And winning rider Cassandra Jeske, who rode Jumpin' Bojangles in all of her starts last year. And we saw a filly that really improved last season. And boy, it looks like she's even taken another step forward. Although Cassandra, we were talking, she was a bit naughty in the gate, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. We will be back for schooling.
Well, was she just excited to be there?
Yeah, it's first race of the year. They're excited to be here. It's cool. It's windy. Just a day. It's okay.
Well, windy that's for sure. Horses, when it's cooler and stuff, I guess they get a little keyed up. Your first win, did you feel like you were always in control of that race?
Yeah, she had the lead and she kept it. I could see, I think it was Ramiro coming up the inside. I was hoping to hold on, but she ran a great race. She left hard and kept going.
Well, very good, Cassandra, because I know you put a lot of work into this mare, so you go play with her in the gate, and we'll see her the next time. Peggy, another win for you today. What a day for you. Lots of screaming and yelling. You got to be proud of this mare. She's really come along.
Yeah, very. She works real hard. She breaks fast, so just let her run.
That's what they do, right? And so that's 3 wins and 11 starts.
Yep.
Well, since you've had her, she's had 3 wins in less than 11 starts. That's pretty good.
More than that by the end of the year.
All right. Well, that's good to know. Well, congratulations, Peggy, and congratulations, Nadia and Robin, for Jumpin' Bojangles. Cassandra Jeske, the jockey. We have our 6th and final race coming up.
Race number 6 is the final race on today's Carter Racing, a speed index event, 300 yards the distance. These are horses for an average of 90 and under on the speed index radar. And right now, the 4-horse, Just a Prima Donna, is taking all the early money in here, Jennifer.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. She won the Princess Derby last year. That was a $51,000 stake race. 2 wins in a row at that time. Then she ran against the likes of tough older males like Maryland Magic and Perrier Special. And then she won her final start of the season, so she's had lots of freshening time. I've just been watching her in the walking ring here, and she's just doing a little dance all the way around here, but she's not getting really that sweaty or anything, plus it's cold anyways, but she looks good, and yeah, I picked her. And it's not an easy race because these guys to her inside and outside are tough. But I'm thinking Craig Spada is going to break through here with Just a Prima Donna.
Okay, I like the 3-horse in here. It had to be Relentless, who's currently on the board at 3-1. I think this horse is going to run a big race today. Likes the distance. 7 times this horse has run, he has run 300 yards with 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. So very, very consistent horse. Josh got into ride for Bryn Robertson. He rode one earlier that just got beat in nose.
Yes, that was the Don't Give Me Lip horse that I liked. It had to be Relentless, is, like you said, consistently good. 11 times in the top 3 of 14 career starts. He really does like 300, 350 yards, so he's getting a good start here at this distance. Good workout time in company on April 24th. And he's just sort of a clunky guy getting going, but once he gets going, he finishes strongly. I like his chances.
Okay, let's talk about a horse that's got a little bit of seconditis in his career. That's the 1-horse, Mom's Extravagant Heart. 23 lifetime starts, 3 wins, 9 seconds. Horse likes to run second.
Yes, well, he likes to run alongside his buddies, and he was second beaten the neck in his season opener last year. And the one that beat him was Shaken, who's in this field. It's his buddy, his stablemate, the 5-horse. So, yeah, he likes to get in the mix. He can compete against mostly any older horse here, but he just doesn't win very often. So, from the inside with Ismail Mascara, you know, who knows? He's a horse you should probably use in your trifecta and superfecta.
And the Peacock Cattle Company has got 2 horses in here, Hanover Hill Chelsea and Hanover Hill Teresa. Brian Bell riding the latter. This is a nice horse, stakes placed.
Yeah, well, Hanover Hill Chelsea, 8 career wins, 4 wins in each of the last 2 seasons. I mean, she's just a winning machine. Rick Kennedy's done such a great job with her. She won first time out last year, the year before, and TPE, Tony Phillips. He's due to break through for his first win of the season, so it could come on her. Hanover Hill Teresa really improved towards the end of last season, racing in Ontario sired events, and Brian Bell, just had his first win of the season.
That's the field for race number 6. Coming up in 8 minutes, both Jen and I will be with you for the run-up to this race. Let me remind everyone, we are hoping to race this Sunday, Fan Appreciation Day. When I say we're hoping, we've been a little short on horse supply, so just keep your eye on the internet. Look at our website. I'm pretty confident we'll be able to have a card this Sunday. If not, we'll come up with our next race day, which will be on a Wednesday. So just keep your eye open on that, and we'll be with you for the run-up to race number 6.
The horses are now coming onto the track for the sixth and final race of the afternoon for 3-year-olds and upward, with an average speed index of 90 and under, running for a purse of $10,000. Number 1, Mom's Extravagant Heart, owned by Chantal Bourgeois and ridden by Ismael Mosquera. Number 2 is the Peacock Cattle Company's Hanover Hill Chelsea, trained by Rick Kennedy and ridden by Tony Phillips. Number 3 is Had to Be Relentless, owned by the partnership of Carol and Jamie Robertson, trained by Bryn Robertson, the jockey Josh Scott. Number 4 is Jessa Prima Donna, owned by the partnership of Craig Spada and Isaac Fair, trained by Craig Spada, Helen Vanek in the irons. Number 5 is Shaken, also owned and conditioned by Chantal Bourgeois, the mount to Cassandra Jeske. And number 6 is the Peacock Cattle Company's Hanover Hill Teresa, trained by Joe Tavares and ridden by jockey Brian Bell. That is your field for the sixth race, going a distance of 300 yards. Just 2 minutes till post time.
Okay, this is it, Jen. The last run-up of the day, the last race of the day. We have Win Place Show, Exactor, Triactor, and Superfecta wagering coming up in race number 6. And any last-minute thing you may have seen in the post-parade that might give someone an edge out there?
I thought the 2-horse Hanover Hill Chelsea made a really nice appearance. You know, she loves to win races, and she just looks really sharp but calm, and just out here doing what she loves to do. The 4-horse, Jessa Prima Donna, looked still on her toes, very good, getting a little bit wet on the neck, but nothing that I would be too concerned about. And the 5-horse, Shaken, I think he's really improved a lot from 2 years ago, and I'd give him a second look at the windows.
Okay, this is the big race between Jen and I today. I'm 136, she's 245. We'll see you after this race.
All the horses are now approaching the starting gates. For all the people that wagered on this afternoon's pick 5, just please be aware that no one has 5 out of 5 this afternoon. The pick 5s are all mandatory payout and will be paying the winner that has 4 out of 5. You will collect on a 4 out of 5 ticket on this afternoon's pick 5. We have some big payoffs this afternoon on the pick 4 and pick 5. The 2, 4, and 7, 2, 4, and 6 are paying just $187 on a 20-cent ticket on the pick 5, 4 out of 5. The 5 horse is $117, and both the 1 and the 3 are the cheapest at $99. All the horses have reached the starting point, and they're loading into the gates. Number 2, Hanover Hill Chelsea, one of 2 in this field for the Peacock Cattle Company. Number 3, Had to Be Relentless. 4 is Just a Prima Donna. We have an even board, 1 through 6. 5 to 2 is the favorite, and the longest is 5 to 1. Little Unsettled is Just a Prima Donna. Number 5, Shaken going in, trying to give Cassandra Jetski back-to-back winners, both ends of today's late daily double. Brian Bell looking for his second score of the afternoon on Hanover Hill Teresa, and Ismail Mosquera looking for win number 4 aboard number 1, Mom's Extravagant Heart. Refusing to load is number 1, Mom's Extravagant Heart. All other horses waiting patiently. Jockey Ismail Mosquera jumping off Mom's Extravagant Heart. They will try and load him. They did successfully, and now jockey Ismail Mosquera will climb aboard. Ismail is on. They're at the post. And they're off. Out quickly is Hanover Hill Chelsea. Away second is Had to Be Relentless, and in the center, Just a Prima Donna kicks into gear. It's Hanover Hill Chelsea and Just a Prima Donna, split by Had to Be Relentless. Just a Prima Donna, Had to Be Relentless, comes back on to win it. Had to Be Relentless over Just a Prima Donna, and a show photo. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, we have an objection in this sixth and final race of the afternoon. The rider of number 4, Jessa Prima Donna, your unofficial second place finisher, has lodged a claim of foul against number 3, Had to Be Relentless, the unofficial winner. Hold all tickets, please. The race is under review by the stewards. In the photograph, it was number 3, Had to Be Relentless, the unofficial winner. Second was number 4, Jessa Prima Donna. Third, number 5, Shaken. And fourth, number 2, Hanover Hill Chelsea. Once again, we have a rider's claim of foul in this sixth and final race. Number 4, Jessa Prima Donna. Rider Helen Vanek has claimed against number 3, Had to Be Relentless, jockey Josh Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention. After a review of the video, the stewards have determined that number 3, Had to Be Relentless, did interfere in deep stretch against number 4, Jessa Prima Donna, and has been disqualified from first and placed second. So therefore, the new winner of race number 6 is the number 4 horse, Jessa Prima Donna. Once again, for interference in deep stretch, number 3, Had to Be Relentless, has been disqualified from first and placed second for interference against number 4, Jessa Prima Donna. The race 6 winner now becomes number 4, Jessa Prima Donna. Your new numbers on the board will be 4352. 4352 regarding the superfecta, 435 regarding the triactor, and the exactor 43. Race number 6 is now official. The winner is number 4, Jessa Prima Donna, 4-year-old Sorrel Mare by One Sweet Jess, out of Favorite Prima Donna by Favorite Cartel. Foaled in Louisiana by Leroy Yanachek Jr., Jessa Prima Donna is owned by the partnership of Craig Spada and Isaac Fair, trained by Craig Spada, and ridden to victory by jockey Helen Vanek. Jessa Prima Donna winning the distance with a time of 15.519 seconds, carrying a speed index of 91. Rechecking from top to bottom, the new order of finish in your program now reads 642-135. Those are the total results of the 6th race. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our day of live racing here at AjaxDowns until this Sunday with first race post time at 12:55. Until then, this is Frank Ferrari wishing everyone a safe drive home.
And the final race today at AjaxDowns has been won through disqualification by Jessa Prima Donna, owned by Craig Spada and Isaac Fair, trained by Craig Spada, who's with me here, and Helen Vanek. And Craig, this is your Princess Derby winner from last year. What a year she had. She won that $51,000 stake. She won a couple other races, ran hard all year. You know, always off the layoff, you always wonder if they're cranked up enough. But she obviously was on her toes, a little bit of sweat, you said, and you know that she was ready to run.
Yeah, she's a filly that you really have to get a little worked up to race. That's her style. She's tough filly, mean actually around the barns, and so we when she comes here, she knows what she's doing, and I was pretty excited to run her today. I thought she had a good shot in this race.
And we were saying that, you know, it was a really exciting finish, my goodness. And she was leading, and you say that it's not like her, that when she's leading, that she would relinquish that lead. But I guess watching the replay, she did get a pretty good bump there.
Yeah, she did get bumped, and Bren Robinson and my father are best of friends, and it's always hard when you're racing against people that close to you, and we both discussed it on the way, and they said, Bren, that was a pretty good bump at the end, and he agreed, and you know, he doesn't want to lose, I don't want to lose, and that's what makes horse racing great.
That's right. Well, and hopefully we'll get to see the two of them again and some other exciting races, because that was a good one, and that's your second win of the season already, so things are going pretty well so far.
Well, we hope so. We'll hope we can keep it up. But
Great.
Thank you for everybody's hard work.
Thank you, Craig. Congratulations to Craig and Helen Vanek and co-owner Isaac Fair. Congratulations to Jessup Prima Donna. And thank you very much, everyone, for watching and wagering, the fans that came out today. And we hope to see you for our first special Sunday, this coming Sunday, the long weekend, for Fan Appreciation Day. But please follow us on social media for all updates. Good night.